Good morning, gang. Happy Sunday. So, hope everybody made it through Christmas. Family's all safe and everything. It's just had a good time. Hope everybody had a good time last night in the live chat. Always a little fun there, and I always enjoy them. So, good to see everybody there. And those that didn't, who watched the replays, I totally get it. It's a late night. So, wanted to kind of bring this up a little bit. And I got this ideas, I get a lot of them from comments that y'all make or emails that y'all sent. Uh, and just things to talk about because obviously I want to discuss what's on your mind and what's pertinent. So we all know the events that happened this week, with Nashville. And somebody brought up a really good point, and I kind of wanted to share this with anybody because if there's anything that you really need to worry about, it's moving if you have to. Okay, how to make quick decisions. And the comments that got brought up made a whole lot of sense. Now, if you think about what happened in Nashville, this was what 5:30 in the morning Christmas Day that the police were called, and 6:30 that we had the event happen. And I don't know about the word, so but y'all know what I'm talking about. So the comment that was made on yesterday's video was really apropos because what she had said was, imagine having 5 minutes to get out of your apartment. What are you going to do? And, talking about your bug out bag. And I mentioned this quite a bit that, my plan is, and a lot of yours too, because we live in rural areas, our plan is to not bug out and that we're in our bug out location. And here was a perfect example of, okay, that just screwed up all my plans. So, because imagine if this mobile home was parked in front of your house and it went off and there was this warning coming up, you have 15 minutes to evacuate. So I was thinking about this, and my Mrs. Pinball and I were talking about it. It's like, okay, what do you do? What do you grab? And I said, real simple. I said, if we're told we got 5 minutes to get out of here, I said, we'll be out of here in one. I said, we each grab our bags. We grab the box, okay, which is all our pertinent information. I mean, passports, marriage license, birth certificates, yada, yada, yada. Okay, and I mean, we keep all those in one centralized location so we always know where they are, and our sidearm. And that's it, and we're gone, okay? Because in there we know we have changes of clothes, socks, underwear, pants, shirts, whatever would be, food, anything, your typical bug out bag that we could survive a few days on. Obviously, in a scenario like this, it's not like a hurricane where, oh my God, I've got to drive 500 miles before I can be out of the eye of the storm, if you will. If it was a scenario like this, sure, we could drive into Knoxville, for example, and get a hotel and stay there for a couple of days, until whatever happened. Now, in this situation in Knoxville, say those were apartment complexes, there may be no home to go back to. So, that was something that I thought was really a really good point, that our plans, as much as we make them, a curveball's always thrown at us, okay? And, what's plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D? I mean, this is why we prep. We've got to come up with the craziest possible thing that could happen and in our head go, what if? Okay? What if a meteor lands in your yard? I mean, I'm not saying go so far as to what if aliens invade or something like that. But yeah, we need to think about some of the more reasonable in the world we live in, things that could possibly happen and what would we do. Now, as for Nashville, as I'm recording this Saturday evening, they've got a person of interest that they are looking at, and there is, I guess from Google Maps, they can see a similar RV parked in the backyard that's not there anymore. So it's a possibility that they found this person. Okay. Now, the one thing I say when we go into what if is let's not jump to conclusions here, because I've already seen all over the internet, and you guys probably have too, all the speculation that's going on out there, okay, with everything. And I mean, we all know the web can be a rabbit hole that you can get so far down you never come back up, okay? You know, we don't know if this person was male, female. We don't know if they were, left, right, center. We don't know if they were a U.S. citizen. We don't know, what their ethnicity is. I guess is where I'm putting it here. So if they were white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Muslim, whatever would be, don't know. And there's all this speculation, guys. You can't do this. All right, it'll drive you insane. It just puts a further wedge between everybody. Okay, please, when you see the speculative stuff, okay, watch it, listen to it, and then go research it a little bit. Okay, sure, we know that the MSM is fake news left and right. Okay, but even an NBC or a CNN or whatever, I've got to hope is not going to be as jaded as to now jumping to conclusions and say this person did it because of this. Okay, if they do, then their journalistic credibility is completely trashed. Okay, that also goes to all this other stuff that's going on. A subscriber sent me an email today, Saturday, that was rather humorous. A whole bunch of links that Bill Clinton had died, that Adam Schiff was arrested, that Nancy Pelosi was being put on a military tribunal. Okay, this is all fun and games, but take this stuff with a grain of salt, y'all. Okay, go look it up. This is how bad it's gotten. There was literally a fact check done by a foreign news agency where there was a screenshot taken of a supposed video with the little CNN logo in the back saying hospitals on lockdown because people that took the shot were eating each other. Okay. I'm hoping this is a joke that somebody put, but that's the irresponsibility that we see with the internet. So, get the facts and don't just jump to conclusions on some of this stuff, because while there's some good information that you're going to get on the internet, there's a ton of crap in there that you just don't need to listen to, and it doesn't serve any purpose. If people are using it as clickbait, that's up to them. But weed through the junk and don't listen to this stuff. It doesn't do anybody any good. It just further divides everybody. And, the last thing we need right now is further division. Okay. So, nothing of any big importance that I wanted to put out today, but, me, on Sundays, I usually try to keep it a little bit lighter, but, it's just, that stuff's just not appropriate to anywhere, guys. Listen to it, research it. If it's bullshit, let it die down with you and move on. Okay. If you find it's real, hey, then spread the word. No problem. But, a lot of us have to practice the buck stops here mentality. When we see some of this crazy stuff, just say no. So I know, Pinball, you bored the hell out of me this morning. All right. Well, sorry. Sometimes I do that. Pinball out.